I'm Danny Cannell with CBS Sports HQ, helping you run down all 40 bowl games from this season. Whether you're in a bowl pool or you just want to look at each game, take a side, we're here to help. Got my guys, Tom Fornelli and Chip Patterson, here to help. It's time for the Birmingham Bowl. The ACC's Boston College takes on 21st ranked Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 7-point favorite against Boston College, who comes in here. Steve Addazio gets fired. They're 6-6. I wonder where the motivation comes from. Cincinnati, meanwhile, I would expect them to go out there and want to put a stamp on a season. Tom, are you with me on this one? I think you lay the 7.
Yeah, I don't think you could take Boston College in this matchup. You mentioned Steve Addazio is gone. Quarterback Anthony Brown is in the transfer portal looking to get out as well. And while A.J. Dillon, Boston College's running back, is very good, and I think that if they're definitely going to try to rely on him in this game for all of their offense, it's just on the other side, this is a Cincinnati team that, with head coach Luke Fickell, defensive coordinator Marcus Freeman, if they know beforehand that you're kind of one-dimensional and you don't really have much of a passing attack to speak of going into the game, they're good enough defensively putting schemes together to know how they can minimize A.J. Dillon's impact and force the rest of your offense to move the ball down the field. And I just don't know how you can have a lot of confidence in Boston College's ability to do that, given what they've lost at quarterback and with Addazio moving on. So I think Cincinnati has been the better team all season long as it is. So when I see it in this matchup, and it's only a touchdown, I think I would move this line closer to 8-9 points than 7. So I think you're getting value on the Bearcats here, though I understand there is some concern because offensively, Cincinnati's been somewhat up and down. So you never really know which team is going to show up. But if we want to just look at some trends, Boston College and bowl games haven't gone well together for a while. They're 2-7 against the spread their last 9 bowl games, and they're 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 non-conference games. So I think Cincinnati is the smarter play. I think that as long as the Bearcats show up and really want to play in this game, and I do think they will, because anytime you can add a win over a Power 5 program to your resume as a Group of 5 school, you want to do that. So I think that Cincinnati should win this game comfortably. I'm laying the points with them, and I feel good about it.
Danny likes Cincinnati with the 7. Tom likes Cincinnati with the 7. What's that we hear over yonder? UNITY. That's right, we've got unity because I'm going to be laying the 7 as well. This is an easy no-brainer for me. We mentioned the motivation issues for Boston College. That's a huge factor for me. One-dimensional on offense. And the fact that, Luke Fickell has really turned this season into a triumphant one. Disappointed, of course, that they lost 2 straight games to Memphis. But in terms of their win total, we're dealing with a 2-season run where this is one of the, winningest 2-year runs that Cincinnati's program has seen since Brian Kelly was there. So I think that they have done a lot to be able to, push that message forward to the team, really emphasize finish strong, really emphasize being able to let them know where they stand in Cincinnati history and what they're doing to build for the future. And Luke Fickell was a coach that he was on all of the lists. He wasn't really a particular fit for one job or another, but the search firms always have that 10 best available Group of 5 coaches. Luke Fickell is one of those coaches that hasn't quite, landed it in the target of a particular job, but we know he's one of the best coaches at that level. He doesn't take another job. He returns probably with even more excitement and enthusiasm building into 2020. I love all the motivational angles, and you're right, Cincinnati's defense, that is the one thing that we can count on to be pretty feisty here, so I'm going to lay it with the Bearcats.
The only reason I'm nervous now is because we're all so confident. It's not supposed to be this easy. Everybody and their brother is throwing money at Cincinnati. The line moves from 4.5 up to 7. It's just sometimes it's too obvious. And if you want to play contrarian, I don't think that's a bad play, although I don't see how it happens. I think Desmond Ridder will have a solid game. This pass defense for Boston College is awful. The only thing I think you might consider, why would Boston College be, motivated in this game? Jeff Hafley takes over as the head coach. He'll be watching, paying attention. Maybe they want to try to impress, lay down some game film. He's obviously going to be pretty busy in his own right, but there's something about it now that we're so confident, it scares me a little bit, but I don't know how you make a case for Boston College. So I'm with you guys. I lay the 7 on Cincinnati in the Birmingham Bowl. Boston College versus Cincinnati, looking for their second consecutive 11-win season, January 2nd at 3 p.m.